Hi, this is Kathy Quinn with Floriani. Floriani is a division of R&K Distributing, and I am so excited to introduce you to our new update, Floriani Total Control U. It is so exciting. We've actually brought in a whole new platform for it. So I want to double left mouse click on the icon because I can't wait to show you some of our fun new features. This is the new look of Floriani Total Control U. I want you to notice first off your brand over here where your properties is and your sequence view is. You notice how nice and open it is. It's much larger, much easier to view. And you've asked us a couple things, and I just want to show you updates that you have requested for quite some time now that we are finally able to bring you. The first thing I want to show you is in the library itself. Now, we've always had a great library because we have incorporated the library into the program, making you not need to go to a cataloging program to open it. Well, we've kept the same easy features. I can select a folder, see the designs in it, but I want you to notice how large the design view is now. It's not that little bitty half inch that we're scrolling up and down. We've opened it up for you. Again, the same wonderful easy feature. What you see in this folder, whatever you want, hold down your left mouse key and drag it onto screen. That has stayed the same. However, I can't wait to show you the most exciting new feature of our library. Now I can click on my browser and I can go anywhere in my computer. I can go to an external hard drive, I can go to a USB drive or a CD and now pull up the designs from there. Let's just go right here into my C drive, go into my designs folder that I have created, and let's just pick Anita Good. Let's look at the piglets. Touch our designs and look at how nice and open. Now you can look at your designs, much larger view, and you can see everything in the folder. And of course, again, what you see, all you have to do is hold down your left mouse key and drag it onto the screen. How cool is that? Now let's go ahead and look at some more of our features. I'm going to open up a new piece of paper, and we're just going to start looking at some of the fun. Now, the first thing I want to show you over here is you are used to having our hoop icon right here on the toolbar to put up our hoop if we want to look at it, to place our design in it. But I want to show you a brand new fun feature of this hoop. I'm going to come up to View, select Hoop. We have made this easier than ever. So let's select our hoop. Now, go ahead and pick your machine format. I'm going to go ahead and pick PES. So if I was using a brother or a baby lock, you notice all your hoops are listed for that machine. No more scrolling through hoops and hoops and hoops to find the one you need. And if you're not sure, it's got your machine's hoops listed, and it makes it very easy to pick what you have. We've also put the multi-needle feature. So for those of you that have the multi-needle machine in the PES format, I was so excited. Here's my wide cap frame. I just happened to be doing caps last night. I brought up my wide cap frame hoop, said okay, and there it is. So now I can go ahead and put in my design and look at it, how it's going to look on my machine. Of course, it's fully customizable. You can create your own hoops in here if you wish to. Because you have aftermarket hoops, you can go ahead and create those. How fun is this? Now let's go ahead and get another new piece of paper and keep moving on with these exciting new features. Now I want to show you, remember how we've always had the artwork tool? Well, we've even made it better if possible. Easier to use. Now we have split it into two tools. The first one is our line tool, and if you drop down this little box, you have your simple draw, you have your pen, like if you're using a tablet and pen, or you can draw and you can go ahead and use your mouse to draw, and we have the Bezier curve. We've put it all right here, making it a simple click on your toolbar. Now we're going to move down and I want to show you your shape artwork tool. Now we've always had the rectangle, the ellipse, the triangle, and the diamond, but let me show you what we've done. We've made it more fun than ever. And how easy is this? Just click on Custom Shape and you can see all the artwork shapes we've given you. Now for today's exercise, I'm going to pick the cloud because I've got all kinds of fun things to tell you about the cloud. Now this came in as artwork. It's as if I drew it with a pencil, so it's not a stitch type yet. Well, we have made turning it into a stitch type much easier. Remember, in Total Control Professional, we were right mouse clicking, we would select Convert To, another menu would come up, and then we would pick whether we wanted it to be a run, a fill, applique, whatever we wanted it, we picked it there. Well, you know, sometimes as we get a little older, our eyes and our hands aren't quite as steady holding on to all those menus. So we wanted to make it easier than ever for you. So now with my artwork selected, I want you to look along the bottom at my new toolbar. This is so incredible. Think of this toolbar as picking your option, and then we're going to fine-tune it in the properties box. So now let's say I want this shape to turn into a standard fill. I'm going to come down to my fill options and just left mouse click on standard fill, and there it is. But look at my properties box. Everything that's always been there is there, but how much easier is this? It just brought up my standard fills. Now I can fine tune, and with the new large size, how much easier is this for our eyes to see? Let's go to our next icon. Now our next icon would be our fancy fill. So now I can pick my heading, because these are my headings, fancy fill. Now I can fine tune with any of my 345 fancy fill shapes. How fun is this? Now of course you can't see that fancy fill. Well, let's look at our new enhanced 3D view. How beautiful is this? We have enhanced the 3D view so it looks much better. Let's drop down our menu here and let's just pick one of our new fun fancy fills. Apply. Look at how gorgeous. We can just go through and pick and have a lot of fun here. Apply. How beautiful is that? So we have enhanced the 3D view. Well, let's keep moving on. I'm going to deselect 3D by just clicking back on it and keep moving along. I want to show you now our motif fill heading. So again, just click your heading, let it change. Now we've clicked our heading. Let's fine tune. So I can pick any of my beautiful motif shapes. And you notice we've got some new ones. How great is this? Let's just apply, and again, of course, in Floriani, it's always customizable, fully rescalable. Excuse me, let's move on. Now let's go ahead and look at our gradient fill. How cool is this? Right here on our toolbar. Heading. Now we can come in here and we can change if we want it linear increasing, linear decreasing, whatever we want to do, we can come in here and change this. Let's keep going. Let's look at our color blend fill. How fun is this? It's so easy to find because it's always right in front of you. No more going through the tabs looking for these easy, fun features. Again, I could change my colors to whatever I wanted to play with here. And apply, and again I can change the whether I want it to be convex, concave, linear increasing or decreasing for lots of fun right here. Now we're going to look at some real fun. We have our wave fill. Apologize. This is our wave fill. You were used to this. We've just made it easier to get to and fun to play with. So I could come in here and just change my wave and go ahead and play. Let's move on down the road, and how nice is this? We have wave gradient fill. So now again we can change how we want it to fill. Lots of fun there. We've also got Wave Color Blend. How beautiful is this? Come in here and play, but all you have to do is just pick your heading and let's go ahead and fine tune. I'm going to go back to my standard fill because I want to show you a fun new feature. I'm going to go ahead and put this in 3D view. I want to show you our new embossing feature. Now I'm going to come up here and notice we've always had text on our toolbar. We've always had our monograms on our toolbar, but look what we've added in the new update. Import true type artwork. No more looking around going to File, Import true type text. Simply click on the toolbar and there it is. Now I'm going to type in Floriani. I'm going to go ahead and select whichever font I want, and remember, depending upon your computer is which true type fonts you have that are available. So I've got one here. I'm going to say OK, and I'm going to say OK. Now remember, this is artwork. It's not real yet. It's just a piece of artwork. But I'm going to take this artwork now and I'm going to come down here and to my next icon, and this is my new embossing icon. So let me left mouse click on this and watch what happens. This is so much fun and I'm so excited about all these easy fun headings. How cool is this? We've now embossed this into our cloud. But that's not all we can emboss. We can emboss anything. Let's go get one of our shapes. We're going to let it be this airplane because I'm going to tell you something. Walter is flying high with all of his new updates. So again, with this selected, I'm going to select my plane here. I am going to go ahead and emboss it right into my beautiful cloud. How fun is this? So now you can emboss shapes, lettering, designs. So we have this fun now embossing feature. Let's go ahead and move on. I'm going to go ahead and select my cloud. And I'm going to come down here and play some other things. And you know what? Before I do that, I'm just going to move Floriani down here. You can see how cool the embossing is. I'm going to move the outline of this here, but you notice it's still embossed in. So we could actually delete our outlines and we wouldn't change a thing about that Floriani being embossed into our cloud. Is that not fun? Let's go ahead and get a new cloud because I want to show you some other new fun features. Let's get this cloud again and let's come on down. Now we've looked at embossing. Let's come on down and look at our applique. Of course, again, heading fine tune. Let's move to our applique stitch, a Floriani exclusive. Heading fine tune. Now let's look at our stipple. This has been enhanced and just fabulous. And you quilters are going to notice the minute I click this what we've done that's different. Notice I don't have that running travel stitch that always encompassed around the edge. You asked us to get rid of it. We did, and let me show you what else we did. You asked us for the stipple to be one continuous line. Well, we've done it for you. Watch how our stipple redraws. We've got our slow redraw, and notice it's already up on screen. So I'm just going to drag this because I want to move kind of fast, but I want you to notice this is one continuous line now. No starting, no stopping, no tying off in the middle. Look at our beautiful enhanced stipple feature. I know you're excited because you've been asking for us to do this. Well, Walter did it. Let's move on down. Let's select our cross stitch. There it is, our beautiful cross stitch in here, and we also have where we can turn this into artwork. Now we started with artwork, we've now saved it back to artwork. Let's go ahead and get a new piece of paper. Let's pick our line. Now I'm a simple draw because I can't draw. For those of you that have watched my videos and been with me through the last few years, you know that Kathy has no talent in drawing. I have simply done a series of left mouse clicks. I will right mouse click, and now this is a piece of artwork. Notice in my sequence view it still tells us it's artwork. Let's select it. Our sequence view works as great as ever. I'm going to come down and now I have my run stitch options. Run. Now it is a run stitch. Let's fine tune. So you have all of your fine tuning up here as always. I could turn it into a motif stitch and let me show you what's happened. Again, you've asked for a new feature, we've given it to you. We've always been able to change the size of our motifs. That has not been the question. I've always been asked, but can I change the spacing in between? Well, with our new update, absolutely. So for the first time, you can change the spacing in between your motifs. How cool is this? Change it in there. All kinds of fun. So we've given it to you, and of course I could change it to a steel stitch right here. Pick your heading, fine tune up here. How fun was that? Let's look at one other stitch type, and it's going to be our satin. I'm going to come in here and I am going to create a satin. And again, I'm just left mouse clicking. Let's come up here. Let's get us a good one going. I have got a satin stitch here. Let's go ahead and select. Let's turn this into a satin. There it is. Now look what just came up. This is such an exciting feature. I can't wait to show it to you. Notice it's a warning sign that says you have created a satin that is too wide. Its width exceeds what Walter's told us to use, so it's warned me that I may need to resize this. Now, wouldn't this be cool? And this is just a what if. What if we could have a little box that allowed us to change it automatically? So just always think about the possibilities, because remember, with Floriani, there's always a new feature coming. But I'm going to say okay, and I'm going to let this exceed the width right now. Well, you know what? I'm going to fix it. Now it's not going to exceed the width. So now I'm not going to get a warning message in the next moments. Now the next thing I want to show you down on our pick a style toolbar down here, let's click the jagged satin. How cool is that? Right here I have the setting for jagged satin. If you're going to stitch on vinyl, leather, pleather, you don't want to punch it out. So with being able to use the jagged type, now it looks like it's exaggerated to you, but you wouldn't notice that going down the vinyl or something, but it wouldn't punch it out. If I wanted to change, I could say, you know what, I just want the second side changed and I don't need it to be 2 millimeters. Now notice, this side is straight, this side is still jagged, the inside. So think of our applique stitch. Why, I could probably just make it jagged on the inside and I don't have to worry about perforating out my applique stitch fabric if I didn't put a safety stitch in. How cool is this? So again, complete control right here, but you've got your easy heading down here. Let's move on. How about a color blend satin? How cool would that be? Now again, I can pick the colors I want and color blend it. I can change the density, have all kinds of fun right there. Let's move on down. How about a spiral satin? Now this is a new fun one. How cool is this? Again, I've just pushed a heading. I can fine tune it. Let's look at it in 3D. How cool is that? Just a different look. Again, we've got our spiral satin. Then when we have our gradient satin, again, I can do a gradient fill with that satin. Now I love this next one. This is a fancy satin. How cool is that? Now I've selected fancy satin and I can put any one of my beautiful fancy fills. It has brought it down so that it will work in a satin stitch. I think this is amazing. Now this one is a new one that I just love. Contour satin. And again, I can change the distance in between those contour lines. Think of all the mylar designs, all these new designs that are done with lots of contour stitches, makes the design very light, but they're so popular today. Well, now you can do it just by clicking on the heading and customizing it or fine-tuning it in your properties box. Let's go on over to the radial satin. Now I think this is a lot of fun. How fun is this? You just decide how you want it to radiate and start playing with your numbers till it's something cool that you like. And again, here's an auto satin to make sure it's nice and even and pretty. How cool is our new toolbar? Let's move on. So many new features. I want to show you one that I particularly wanted. Well, two that I particularly wanted. The first one is the buttonhole. Now I'm going to left mouse click on it. If I just click on screen, it will create the buttonhole, length, density, just standard. Now if I hold down my mouse, I can drag the buttonhole to the size I want. Now it's not just a standard buttonhole. Whoops, let me select this. Okay, I don't want to select them both. Let's just select one of you. And now drop down, and I have several buttonholes in here. My keyhole point, apply. Now I have wanted buttonholes forever, because how fun is this when you create, especially in the hoop designs? I want to do a luggage tag. How nice to just put a buttonhole for the strap to go through. I want to do something to weave ribbon through. Now I have the fun, easy buttonholes, quick and nice. Now here's a cool one. Let me go ahead and go to the library, and I'm just going to grab a design. And I'm going to go ahead and grab, well, I guess I'll just take this pig. That's a good one. Let's pull the pig in. I'm going to view and select a hoop. Now I'm going to go to my brother hoops, and I'm going to go ahead and select my large hoop. And I'm going to say OK. Now I've wanted this feature for a very long time, and that would be my fit to hoop. Sometimes you want a design as large as it could go. Sometimes you have a smaller hoop and you want a design, you've got a 5x7 design and you want to put in a 4x4 frame. Well, of course we can resize it. But doesn't it happen, especially when you're in a hurry, when you get to that machine, it's just a little too big, so now you're resizing in the machine. Let's just fit to hoop. How cool is that feature? So now this design will get as large as it possibly can and fit it to this hoop. So now it's as large as it could possibly go. On the converse side, if I had brought in a smaller hoop, of course, the pig would have resized smaller. How cool is that feature? Lots of fun features. Now software, I have told you, if you've ever been to any of my seminars, that the most important thing you ever purchase in software is lettering. Because in our world, the most important thing we do is lettering. We've got a new baby. We've got to put their name on everything. We've got to put a birth date on the corner of the receiving blanket. You're monogramming stuff for your kids, your grandkids. You're adding a kid's superhero and his name to a towel. So lettering is key. Let's look at what Floriani has done for your lettering in our latest update. Notice we've got a little drop down arrow next to our text now. Watch this. Now here is our regular baseline. Here is our circle baseline. Here is, yes, our vertical baseline. I have wanted a vertical baseline forever. Click on it. Again, your A is stuck to your cursor, making it very easy. Left mouse click on screen. And here is my letter. Now I'm going to come in here. Excuse me, that has nothing to do with the... And I'm going to type in... I'm going to type in Floriani, of course. And I'm going to pick a wonderful alphabet, and I want you to notice over 150 fun, wonderful alphabets, and we've got some cool ones. I'm going to go ahead and apply, and look at how cool this is. I'm going to fit it to screen. Look at our new vertical baseline. I am so excited. New piece of paper. Let's come in here and look. I want to show you we have path baselines for you now, and lots of them. How cool is this? All these different fun paths for you to use for it to follow. I love having these corners. I love having the square corners, the rounded corners. All kinds of fun, but I really love having these curly paths. Now let's come in here. Type in Floriani again. Let's apply. How fun is this? Above, center it. You've still got all the control you ever had with Floriani, with changing our sizing, moving it. Everything's the same. All of our control points are the same, but have we done all kinds of fun things for you? Now, here is the unveiling. I'm going to click on the circle. Oh, let me get a new piece of paper though. I want to show you everything from scratch. It's so much fun. I'm going to click on our circle. Now, for those of you that have been with us through the years, what has been the request? Why do I have to create two circles to put text on the top and text on the bottom? Well, we've done it for you. Again, Walter has brought you what you've asked for. Watch this. I'm going to type in Floriani, and I've got a lower update. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick a different alphabet. We've got so many gorgeous alphabets now. I'm going to apply. Now let's fit this to screen. Yes! There you go. Top and bottom all at the same time, in the same circle, same radius. No more creating two separate circles and trying to match. How cool is this? So we have brought you that. We've got all kinds of fun in here. And we're just going to move on. Those are just some basics because I've got so much to show you. Let's look at our monogramming now. Let me show you what we've done for your monogram. This is so wonderful. I'm going to drop down. Now you know in Floriani you've always been able to use any alphabet to monogram with. And that's great. And we can still use other alphabets to monogram with. But what we have done, Walter has taken alphabets that work the best for monograms. Of course, you've got your classic monogram alphabets. You're all used to those. But with our alphabets, he has gone in here and he has digitized the ones that work best for monograms with that large center letter. And notice as I'm coming down these, when you get to one that shows up with decor around it, it means that alphabet has lots of fun decor to go with it. So let's just select this colonial monogram and show you now. If I drop down, I have all these different monogram decor. So anytime you come to one that's got that wonderful decor down, that means you can go ahead and pick decor for it. And we're just going to go on down and look at some of these, and you notice they come up. There's your decor. But all of these monograms work extra well for monogramming. So we've put it in a separate menu for you and just put them here to make your monogramming fun and easy. Because before you weren't sure what was always going to work the best for monograms, well, now you've got some that you know are going to be perfect monograms. So how nice is that? Now I want to show you another feature that I am so excited about, and then I'm going to show you just two more features. We've got all kinds of other new ones, but these are the highlights. But I want to show you one that Walter and DJ have made. They have revolutionized auto digitizing. I have taught y'all that auto digitizing is edit digitizing at best. I've always showed y'all segmented digitizing where we pick a stitch type and our magic wand. And of course that is still available to you, and it's still a wonderful way to digitize. But a lot of us would like one-click wonders. Now I'm not going to tell you every design is a one-click wonder, but I'm going to tell you you sure are a lot closer with the new Floriani update. Right here I have my wizards, and we have tried to make things so much easier for you in this update. If you drop down this little box, notice all of our wizards are in front of you. Now here's our cross stitch wizard, and the next one, da-da-da-dum, there's our photo stitch wizard. You've been asking for it, we're bringing it to you. Here's our auto artwork wizard, and yes, our auto digitizing wizard. Now most of y'all have never even seen me demonstrate this because I've never been a fan of auto digitizing. Well, Walter has come up with something that has revolutionized it. Let me click on it. Now notice it says to select your image. Now I have selected the basketball, and for those of you that this is an update to you and not a brand new program, don't groan. The reason I picked the basketball is I want to show you the enhancements we've got. I'm going to go to Next. Now the first thing it's asking me is, what size do you want to make it? Well, I'm going to make it 3 inches wide. I'm going to go to Next. And now it's telling me the number of colors that are in this design. Now I want you to notice the colors 1, 2, 3. That's telling me the white will digitize first if I choose to digitize it, the black second, and the orange third. Well, you're going to see this isn't the best. I really want the orange to go first. In the very, very, very near future, I'm going to be able to tell it that I want orange to be number 2. But we're going to move on here. We're going to go to Next. Now this is so incredible. We now have a tolerance value. That means if your artwork isn't as good as it could be, you can go ahead and change the tolerance value to maybe fill in some bald spots, or you may have, it may be seeing 37 million colors of orange here, because that's what happens a lot of times when you scan or take a picture of something. But by doing the tolerance value, it's going to blend that much better, and you're not going to have as much as big an issue with that. Now over here, if you look, it's also telling me, do you want to fill your background with stitches? Well, right now I don't, but if I did, what if I wanted to make patches with a blue background with a basketball on them? I could not only tell it to fill it in, I could change the color of the stitches for the background. How awesome is that? Now let's go ahead and go to Next, because I'm not going to digitize that background. And here we go. We have got so much control over auto digitizing now. My sequencing order. Do I want to minimize color changes? Well, no, I only have 2. I want to minimize the jumps. Lock stitch, never always around trim. Well, you quilters that have been trying to digitize those quilt designs, you know you don't want it to lock. You don't want any knots on the back. Well, we've given you that control. Same thing with the trims. If there's some things you don't ever want to trim, you've got the choices now. We're going to go ahead now and finish this. Now it's come in, and again, I've got a little issue because I wanted the orange first. Well, it's always easy in our sequence view. All I have to do is drag and drop. Orange is first, black is second. Let's look at this 3D view. How incredible is this? Do you notice it made all of our satin stitches, it went ahead and gave it the same width? Look at what an incredible job this has done with that piece of artwork. And now it's not a great piece of artwork. Now you are going to see our enhanced sequence view. Let's go ahead and hit my plus. How cool is our sequence view now? Look at how clear the individual components are. Uh-oh. Look, I got down here and all these were complex fills, and I've got a satin. You can see right here. The program can only measure the widths. So this was a good width for a satin. Well, I don't want a satin. I'm going to select that. And again, I can just hit my standard fill heading. How easy was that? Now I have a perfectly auto-digitized piece of artwork. How fast? Simple. You're going to see enhancement in your auto-digitizing from now on. Used to, auto-digitizing, as far as I was concerned, 1 out of every 10,000 images came out great. Well, I'm finding I'm pulling up image after image after image, and I'm finding no or minimal changes to make it great. So another incredible Floriani update. Now I want to show you the piece de resistance. Remember, I've been using in my custom shapes this cloud. And the reason I've been picking the cloud is because Floriani has a brand new cloud feature. Now y'all are used to the cloud with your photo streaming, and you've heard about the cloud. Well, Floriani has added the cloud. We're the first company to do this. This is a Floriani exclusive. You notice you've got a little F on your toolbar for Floriani Club. Now you always get 5 new designs free every month. We've got lots of videos of projects. We've got training videos. We have everything for you. But now we have it on myfloriani.club. So if you click this, that will take you right into the club. Now, if you are a Floriani owner, and this is exclusive to Floriani owners, nobody else can use this page. If you have not joined the club yet, click here. You'll fill out a form, they'll look up your serial number, verify you're an owner, and you will be part of the exclusive Floriani Club. Well, I happen to already be a club member, so I'm just going to sign in. Now, in the club, where's our free monthly designs? Under free monthly designs. So you'll come in, and again, here's your designs. You can install the current month's designs, or you know what? If you're brand new to Floriani software, we've been giving designs away since 2009. Just install them all because it's our gift to you for being a Floriani software owner. We've got projects of the month. If you want to come in and take lessons, there you go. Lots of fun projects. Let me show you though something I want everybody to join, and that's my project competitions. We have project competitions. We want you to come in here, submit your projects. We'll post them. People are looking for new ideas. Think of it as Floriani's Pinterest. Put your stuff in because there's going to be prizes for those of you that win the monthly competition. So please come in and join this. Post your embroidery projects. We'd all love to see them. You've got your training and lessons, and these are kind of self-explanatory. But why I brought you here is I want to take you to the total control universe. We have a cloud universe. You can only access it if you've have Floriani Total Control U, and I'm going to go ahead and you click right here and it'll take you in, but I already brought it up just so you can see. Now we have a program up here for you. Now this is exclusive to the cloud. You get it free for a year when you have Floriani, when you take the Floriani Total Control update, or you purchase Floriani Total Control U. This is the most fun. Do you remember those little books we had when we were children where you could put one head, a different body, and different legs on it? Well, we've brought it to you. I'm going to select right here this little bib design. Now we've got tons of stuff up here. We have monogramming, baby, occasions, and we're just going to keep adding. This is going to bring this up, and you can see that it says Braden, his birth date, and his weight. Well, this is a template. It's already been created for you, but you can come in and customize it. We had a new baby in our family this last week. His name was Daniel. I'm going to change it. I want billboard font. You know what? And I want to change the color. I want it dark blue. He was actually born on the 1st of August of 2014. I can go ahead again. I could pick a different font. I'm just going to go through just so you can see what all you could do here. I'm going to change to another color of blue. And he happened to be 9 pounds and 11 ounces. Again, I could pick a different font, and I could pick a different color. Now you've got hundreds of these templates in here. Now I've created this, and I've done this actually on my iPad, my phone, my tablet, because you are in the cloud. So all you have to do is access your myfloriani.club on any device and go ahead and click on the Total Control Universe, and you can use this program on any device you have. Go ahead and play, do whatever you want. Then you're going to save it to our new file format, which is our WAF file, and that would stand for Walter Augustus Floriani. you would save it to the WAF. It would go ahead and put it in your cloud. So we'll save it in the cloud, and then when you come back to your computer, you can go ahead and download that, put it on a jump drive, and plug it into your machine. So we have brought you, yes, the cloud. How awesome is this? Now I'm going to load these categories. I just want you to see. You've got accents, babies, frames, monograms, occasions, and we're only going to continue to add more and more and more for you. Now again, you get this free for a year. So come in here, play in the cloud, enjoy this because we've got all kinds of fun stuff for you with these templates. And we're going to continue to put more and more features in the cloud as you use more and more features. So please play with the cloud, enjoy it. It's a Floriani exclusive and it's yours with our new Floriani Total Control U. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for listening to my video. I hope you enjoy all the new features in our Floriani Total Control U. So get your update. If you have not purchased Floriani, contact your local Floriani dealers because it's available now. Thank you so much.